Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another London Derby show. I'm going to make this short and sweet. Just a little quick match report on yesterday. It was good to see Ramirez get a start and play well. Created a couple of really great chances for himself. I thought that was amazing. It's crazy, but the Portuguese seem to be able to make that transition from their league to our league and do it quite well. There's been quite a few predecessors like Carvalho and a couple others that have done so, and hopefully he can be a standout for us. Also, it's great to see Kakuta get some game time. I think we all as fans have been looking forward to seeing him get more time and more chances. I'm really excited with what I've seen from him in the under-19 tournament for France. Winning that cup over Spain was I think, quite an accomplishment considering the weight we give to the Spanish national team. But yesterday was great. Essien created quite a few chances. It was unfortunate to see Mikel have that one shot that just cannoned back off the upright and the crossbar. I mean, it pretty much hit like dead center in the corner. You think a couple inches, down, and that'd have been right in the top corner and completely unsavable. Unfortunate for Robert Green. It seems like his troubles continue. I wish that we could say that he would find his form, but I think this all comes into play where I can see why all the English fans have an argument to, is Fabio really in touch with what's going on, especially with the fact that you've got guys like, David James and Joe Hart and Robert Green and Paul Robinson to choose from, and yet, you go to the World Cup and you play James, you play Robert Green, and you never play Hart, who Hart is young. Hart's going to take some time. I mean, I think you can look back at some of the old days of, like, even just Peter Cech's old footage when he first came over. Before he came over, he wasn't fantastic. It really boils down to a matter of coaching, and, unfortunately, West Ham seemed to be slipping farther and farther away, which is really unfortunate because, he had some really great graduates of that youth system, Frank Lampard, like we talked about a couple days ago. But, all in all, I think it was a solid performance. Ancelotti in the press conference came out and said he was not so impressed with the fact that, we didn't really push on as much as we would have maybe liked to. But, again, I think that's been our issue lately. I think that's going to come into play more prevalently when we do get into the Champions League and things like that. But, more specifically with yesterday, I thought it was a good win. I don't take anything away from it. I don't even want to say that they didn't do well. Everybody was expecting us to keep putting up 6-0 wins, and like Ancelotti said, a few weeks ago, that's just not reality, and it probably will not happen very often this season. But then again, maybe it will with the performances that we've seen from the likes of Wigan and West Ham and some of these other teams. Wow, I really don't know where they're going to find the power to stop the attacking force that we really have right now. And another thing you got to think about is, Noble Single yesterday. What happens when he comes back? You cannot, as a defense, protect both flanks. You just can't. If you've got Ashley and Maluda and possibly even Zhirkov in that mix, or possibly even Kakuta in that mix, charging down the left side, and then you've got maybe, Essien or Benayoun and Kalou, and then Bosingwa backing that up. I mean, we all know that once Bosingwa gets back to his best, which I think we would see towards the end of the season, you're going to see some really charging runs, and he's going to be spending his time around the top of the opposing 18-yard box. And, if it gets to that point, it's going to be really dangerous for a lot of defenses. And I think with what we saw yesterday, a typical win, but yet I'm still excited to see a win like that. Unfortunate for Kalou to score in the way he did because, you can't even really claim that that's, your goal. I mean, you get the stat, but, I'd like to see more production out of him. I don't think we can cut him loose because I think it's almost like a piece of Drogba. So I think that hopefully we could see some more production out of him in the near future. A lot of good things are on the horizon for us. I really don't stress too much about anything. And again, it goes back to what I said a couple days ago. I'm not worried about Frank's slow start. You know, we obviously proved that with the depth we have in midfield with Essien and McKellen, now Ramirez, it doesn't matter. Any one of those guys can go down and we'll still be able to fill the gap. 2-3 guys go down, then we have a problem. But I don't see that really happening. I think they're taking a new stance to being protective, and we have one of the best medical staffs in England, so I'm not really worried about that. Glad to see Czech play well. I think he had some really comfortable saves yesterday. 2 or 3 that were, you know, spot on. A couple that were maybe a little shaky, but that's Czech. I mean, that's the miscommunications you're going to see. Unfortunately, you see the consolation goal go in after Terry goes off and Alex comes on, but you know, you're going to have those, and we have to continue to put up, you know, 2 and 3 goals a game in order to avoid these types of situations where, you know, a consolation goal turns into a draw rather than us earning the 3 points. But again, really exciting game. Unfortunate for the Upton Park atmosphere. It was near silent at times, and you know, that's a park like you know, when you go to play Portsmouth, you expect that the fans are going to give you trouble to even concentrate on the pitch. And you know, when you can hear the home players and the away players shouting to each other on the pitch while play is continuing, and you don't hear the fans chanting and singing, it's disheartening. So I think they've got to bring in somebody fiery and somebody new. I like Avram Grant, but I think it's time at West Ham that maybe you bring in somebody who can motivate those players, because I don't see it happening right now. I think at the end of the year, maybe last year, yeah. Now, not so much. So I look forward to next week. The Bears are on soon, so I got to go from one end of the spectrum of a winning team to a team that may never win again. So Bears are on soon. Good luck to the rest of you guys. Love to know what you guys have to say about any number of subjects, any London team or EPL team. You can send a video response or leave a comment. Don't forget to give it the thumbs up. And I'll try to post some links later today in the sidebar to kind of give you guys some ideas about some of the things I talked about. I always try to do that. But we will see you guys again soon, and hopefully in the end we'll be on top again. And look forward to doing some more shows and hearing what you guys have to say about everything. And we'll see you guys all soon. See you later.